Hi, welcome to Access. I'm Nicole.
I'm Ken.
And today we're doing Obadiah. Now, Obadiah is about the feud, the long-standing feud between Judah and Edom.
There be a fussing and a feuding.
They're sure being. And I liken this to kind of a Hatfield and McCoy feud. It's been going on forever. The Edomites are descendants from Esau. You might remember Esau as the twin brother of Jacob. And Jacob stole Esau's blessing a couple of times. And they kind of parted their ways. Esau ran off, founded this new tribe, or new lineage, and they're the Edomites. And they have been living in the area south of the Dead Sea since about the 14th century BCE. So well before the Hebrews came down into that area. And so what you get happening is this long-standing tension where if the Hebrews want something from the Edomites, the knee-jerk reaction is no. And you see this tension come up like kind of in random places, such as when the Hebrews are trying to go through the Promised Land, go through the desert. They ask if they can just walk through Edom.
No.
And the king says no. Go around. You see that David gets in a fight with the Edomites. You see that Solomon does. You see it in the Psalms that Edom is just like this personification of the thorn in your side. Yeah. And what we have happening when Obadiah is written is it's after the exile. They're both kind of humbled nations. Neither one of them actually has the military strength or resources to go out of war with each other, but they sure hate them, and really would like to go to war with them and just crush them. And so they get into a war of the words with them, which is better than bloodshed.
I suppose that's true. It's more entertaining.
But this is sure lasting longer than a battle. And so that's the situation that we find ourselves in this long-standing sibling rivalry situation.
Yeah.
You want to go over with the themes?
That's great. I think that's well put. The themes, I'd stick with sibling rivalry and think about what it's like to have a family member that you dislike, and you kind of have to live with them and make the best of it. It's painful, and it often does not bring out the best in us.
It brings out the very pettiness.
And I would say that's, Obadiah is one of these books that I would consider to be, again, part of the genius of the Bible. This is not a go and do likewise book. This is not a book where you're going to go, gosh, I want to be like Obadiah. I want to be kind of petty and have this image of their destruction, because it really the entire point of Obadiah is the eventual destruction of Edom, and it's kind of saying, this is how bad it's gonna be, Edom. Get ready.
It's like posturing.
It is.
Like, I'm gonna crush you or I'm gonna slap you so hard you're gonna feel it last Thursday.
Just like that. Well, we were talking earlier, it's a little bit like Psalm 137 that we didn't talk about. It's one of these kind of horrifying moments in Scripture where the psalmist is in Babylon, he's weeping by the river, and the very end of it is this terrifying call, happy be they, or blessed are they, who take their little ones' heads, the Babylonians' children's head, and dash them against the rocks. And you think, wow. That's
harsh.
Really awful. It is awful.
Yeah.
And it's not a text that's saying, yes, be like this, aspire to this, go and do this. It's simply being descriptive again, and it's the Bible having all the parts of us, not just the best parts of us, and God continuing to abide with us, even when we've got these sides of us, because you have that person You know you do, right?
I have that person.
Who just gets on your nerves.
Yeah.
And you just want to kind of wring their neck. This is a fantasy. Obadiah is kind of a fantasy of wringing that person's neck.
Mm-hmm.
But then what's lovely, I think, about it is acknowledging it's not Israel in the eventuality that has the final say, but it's up to God.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, the only thing to do when you've got that kind of person you want to say, I hate you, but I'm not gonna act on this.
No.
I'm gonna give you up to God because there's nothing else I could.
I'm just gonna put it over here.
Yeah.
Tuck it away, or give it over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Obadiah is the shortest book in the Old Testament. I don't think there's much more for us to say. Do you want to?
So either.
All right. Well, we are on next to Jonah, one of the favorite books of the Old Testament. So we'll see you in a minute.